Tonight on Live at 5, Richmond Community Theater is set to open their 45th season with Finding Hope this Thursday. Rockingham outlines a concept for the former Food King property in downtown, and Raider football sails past Southern Lee. That and more are ahead on the Wednesday edition of Richmond County's Nightly News. Live at 5 starts right now. Rockingham city leaders are looking at dividing the former Food King property downtown to bring in new businesses. One concept presented by Assistant City Manager and City Planner John Massey during Tuesday's City Council meeting shows a space for a restaurant on the end near the parking lot with space for an outdoor patio, as well as two other storefronts on the west side of the building. City Manager Monty Crump said that there had been two serious inquiries within the past week. Massey said it has been difficult to find a single potential tenant to occupy the 10,000 square foot space, so the city asked the architect to divide the property. Crump said the original owner was approached about bringing a grocery store back to downtown, but the owner wasn't interested due to current market conditions. The proposed restaurant space would be around 4,000 square feet. The other two spaces will be around 2,500 square feet each. The cost of repairs and uplifting utilities is estimated to cost $2.5 to $3 million, Massey said, adding that there are only few existing buildings in the area that don't require major renovations, and most small business owners can't afford that high of a price tag. Both Massey and Crump stressed that the three-tenant proposal is just one concept for the use of the property. Roughly 78% of Rockingham City employees are at least partially vaccinated against COVID-19, City Manager Monty Crump told council members on Tuesday. According to Crump, 106 of Rockingham's 136 employees have taken at least one dose. That number is up from 47 on August 30th when he instituted a policy giving employees until October 15th to show proof of vaccination or submit weekly COVID testing results. That testing must be done on their own time and their own dime. Crump said he didn't want to disclose how many employees had tested positive at the time, but called it a scary number. Crump added the Rockingham Police Department had to stop investigations and move detectives to road duty because of the coronavirus. Several departments have a 100% vaccination rate, Crump said. The city also offered a $150 incentive for employees to get vaccinated. Those bonus checks were given out this week. Hamlet provided a $500 incentive, and Richmond Community College offered $250 for employees to take the jab. On September 29th, Crump issued a memo moving the goalposts, giving employees until November 15th to get vaccinated. Crump said the policy is subject to change and he may revise it again in 2 to 3 weeks. He said Tuesday that it was a moving target based on the status of COVID in the community and what the city is doing internally. Two connected veteran organizations are looking to add names for their rosters this weekend. VFW Post 4203 and its auxiliary chapter are holding a joint membership drive from 1 to 4 p.m. on Saturday. A lunch of hot dogs and hamburgers will be served. According to the parent organization's website, there are 3 requirements to join the VFW: be a U.S. citizen or U.S. national, have an honorable discharge from a branch of the armed forces, earn a campaign medal or badge, serve in Korea from June 30th, 1949 to present, or earn hostile fire or imminent danger pay eligibility. To join the auxiliary, potential members must be at least 16 years old and be a direct relative of anyone eligible for membership in the VFW. It was nearly deja vu for the Richmond Raider football team on Tuesday, which collected its second straight weeknight blowout win against an SAC opponent. Treating their fans to a homecoming win, the Raiders routed Southern Lee 58-0, recording their first shutout of the season and the 21st straight conference win. Putting up a similar score to last Wednesday's win over Union Pines, Richmond collected its second straight victory by at least 58 points, sparking a running clock for the entire second half. Jumping out to a 44-0 lead at halftime, Richmond used a season-high 5 turnovers, including 3 in the first quarter, to set the tone early. The Raiders' defense had 2 interceptions and 3 fumble recoveries, with 2 of those scoops resulting in a touchdown. Richmond ends its whirlwind of 3 games in an 11-day span with another home conference contest on Saturday against Lee County. Kickoff is set for 11 a.m. at Raider Stadium. The Richmond Senior Girls Golf season ended on Monday with a surprise for its 4 seniors. Playing an 18-hole round at Pinehurst No. 6, the families of seniors Jamie Sears, Morgan Stutz, Abigail Tatum, and Michaela Webb threw a surprise senior night for them following the end of play. Sears and Tatum both wrapped up their 2-year careers with the team, while Stutz and Webbs completed their first year. As a team, the Lady Raiders shot their best 18-hole round of the season, posting a score of 376 to take 5th place. Pinecrest won the match, shooting a 232, followed by Union Pines in 2nd place. The Richmond Community Theater is back for its 45th season with an original play by a local playwright. We spoke with Amanda Boulware, the writer Mary Dawkins, and the rest of the cast to discuss Finding Hope. Those interviews are coming up after the break, so stay tuned to Live at 5.
JC's in Rockingham has you covered for used appliances, parts, trailers, and storage. We have one of the largest selections of reconditioned washers, dryers, and refrigerators in the Sand Hills, and we offer free delivery to residents inside Richmond County. Come check out our variety of trailers for any hauling job and our storage buildings for the things you need out of the weather or house. We also carry parts and accessories for appliances, trailers, truck beds, and can order the things you need. That's JC's on South Hancock Street in Rockingham.
Hometown heroes? Well, maybe. When it comes to backyard comfort and no pesky mosquitoes, call Brown Termite and Pest Control at 910-895-6410 or 910-276-8870. Their team of superheroes can take back control of your paradise. That's 910-895-6410 today.
Thursday kicks off the first showing of Finding Hope, an original play by local playwright Amanda Boulware, and the Richmond Community Theater will be the site of the show for the next 2 weekends. Here's more about the play from the cast and crew of Finding Hope.
It's a new play that has never been performed before. It's written by a local playwright and actor who is Mandy Boulware. Some of you may be aware of Mandy. It's a faith-based play. It's Finding Hope, and it's the story of finding hope. And it's a journey that takes place over many, many years. It starts during 1969, and you've got the draft, and you've got Vietnam, and then it takes you on to her work in her volunteering in a children's hospital. The play takes place in Raleigh, where she encounters a young woman, young girl who has a serious illness, and through that, it helps her to get back to a better place. So yeah, and then it goes back and forth. So I'm not going to give away the ending. The ending is beautiful. People will be so happy when they leave, but it's got a little Christmas, as you can see, and of course some Vietnam issues, and then it helps to bring out the need for foster care and good foster care. So it takes care of a lot of different things, and it's a great cast of people to be working with. The crew is wonderful. The city of Rockingham has been fabulous. Of course, the Richmond Observer is always on our side and our reporters say, yes, it's a good play. You know, last year we did, through COVID, we Zoomed a play by a local playwright, Katie Collins. And Mandy and I had been talking about her play for the last, couple of years, I think. So we just decided that this would be a good time, and I presented it to the board, and the board agreed to do this, to open up our 45th season with a brand new play that had not ever been done before by a local playwright and actor. And so that's how it came to be, and then everything else just kind of fell in place with the right people, the right crew, everything. It's just, so it's, yeah.
I had the initial idea years ago, and I knew that I really wanted to write a play that kind of centered around a war, and like Mary said, you know, it touches on a lot of different things. And I knew that I wanted to put something together that would be an inspiration to people. What I did not know was how long it was going to take to write, because I started this before I became a mother, and you know, all of the things just, you know, that happen in life got in the way. And so it just took over the course of 10 years from start to finish to write it. But I experienced things that helped it along the way, and I feel like it's just a beautiful, beautiful story. I play the main character. Her name is Samantha. And there's actually 2 stories going on here. And I won't give too much away because, you know, it's kind of got a twist to it. But it takes place, like part of it takes place in past tense, that, you know, in the early 70s, Vietnam War. But it's about a young girl who has been through a lot in her life, and she slowly comes out of it, but then tragedy strikes. You know, she loses her soldier, you know, in the war, and she just ultimately loses sight of everything. So the story is basically about a chance encounter with another girl that she meets, and the play is called Finding Hope, has a double meaning, as the audience will find out, but it's about her slowly realizing what she is here for and who she is and what she's supposed to do with her life.
I play Hope. She's a 14-year-old girl that's been sheltered her whole life, but she's open in a spiritual way, and she kind of helps Samantha find her hope. I started doing theater when I was in 3rd grade, and then I came here in 2020 and did Anne of Green Gables. But I had to Google a lot of stuff about the 70s, and I feel like my cast really helped me a lot throughout this experience. And this is a really special role to me because I kind of relate to it in a way.
My name is Charles Turner. I play Captain Charles Turner in this play, and I'm the person that does the notification. I got a call from the director, Miss Mary Dawkins, and she asked me if I would do this for him, and I said, yes, I will. And then we have a good relationship, and I've done the plays before and kind of enjoyed it. And I was what you might say drafted into this. I've done 2 other plays. It's a Wonderful Life and Around the World in 80 Days. When Mary called me, she wanted a Vietnam vet to do this part, and I'm a Vietnam vet. So there wasn't a whole lot I had to do to prepare for it because I knew the military experience. And I just used that knowledge that I have about that to apply to this part.
Her name is Carly. She's an orphan. She's kind of misunderstood. She's been into trouble, but no one really wants her. That's what she believes until she finds her right family. I always really liked acting. I just didn't know where to start. One of my best friends told me that they were still doing theater here, and I got in contact with Mary, and I did the summer program, and then I auditioned for this one.
My name is Isaac Justice White. My character is Nathan Hart. I grew up in the Northeast and did a lot of farm work, especially shortly after my mother left my father. I won't get too much into past traumas, but needless to say, it was a rather difficult time growing up. And after my father passed, I decided to go ahead and ask God where I should move, and he told me I should move down here to North Carolina, and that's where I am right now, seeing how things play out. I received a call from the director of this theater, Miss Mary Dawkins, and she told me there was a part that she thought I would be right for. And I knew nothing about the play or anything about the characters, but I hadn't done theater for a long time, and I was looking forward to getting back into it, so I decided to come out and auditioned, and well, here I am. I had to kind of physically let myself go to make it look like I was just a regular Joe Schmo from the 60s, 70s era, when a lot of people didn't focus so much on working out. Another thing is I watched a lot of documentaries concerning Vietnam and also POW camps, especially concerning Hanoi Hilton, to really get an idea of what these people went through, and just to try and get myself there mentally to relate to that character.
The play we're doing is called Finding Hope, and it is a lovely story. It's very Hallmarkish. I think the audience is going to fall in love with the characters. They are very lovable, kind. They're going to go through some real struggles that are relevant even today. I'm having a really good time playing my character, who is the older Sam. She is wise and loving, and she's taking care of children that aren't her own. And I'm not going to give you any more. I actually was in a play last spring, no, a couple of springs ago. Before the pandemic, I actually played in Anne of Green Gables. I brought my daughter to the theater to try out for a part, and actually was lured in, but I got the fever and I couldn't wait to get back. I've missed this place so much.
Well, my character's name is Lieutenant Blair. For the main male lead, Nathan, I play his commanding officer and mentor, essentially. I guess the scene that is with this character is kind of a turning point for the main female, Samantha, in kind of her process of where she starts to really trust and believe and hope. It's the beginning part of that initial process. Well, my wife is the one who wrote this play, so I kind of had an inside scoop. Most people who know me know I'm kind of a goofy guy, so this role is actually very serious, so it was a little different for me. The character is dealing with a lot of grief, loss that he takes responsibility for. I had a friend in the Navy who passed away unexpectedly a few years ago. He was a childhood friend, so I kind of use that experience to kind of get where I need to be with this particular scene.
I play Evelyn the Nurse. She's the nurse at the hospital that Samantha will be volunteering at. She plays kind of a elder sister / maternal figure to Samantha. She's her confidant and friend for a couple of years. So I've been in plays since I was a child, and in high school I started being part of plays here. So Miss Mary gave me a call, and when we had heard that Amanda was going to be writing this play, I was really interested in it.
As you might guess by this outfit, he helps them celebrate Christmas. Some of the play is set at Christmas. Now, not all of it, but some of it, which is why I'm dressed this way and why we have this tree. He is there to help them celebrate Christmas. And he's a friend of some of the other characters. They needed somebody who looked well above 50. And, well, I was very fortunate to be able to take this part. The whole play kind of builds toward the ending, and I'm very fortunate to be in the ending scene. But all along the way, there's several other memorable scenes that I am not in, but are well worth seeing. I was once one of the oldest, fattest people to play Snoopy in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, here in 2018. And 2 Samuel, I was in a small part in Anne of Green Gables, a small part in a couple of the Sanders plays. I used to do, years ago when I lived closer to Wilmington, I would occasionally get a part in a community theater play there. And years ago when I lived in Robson County, I occasionally got parts in Robson Little Theater, which is no more.
The play is taking place, so it opens on October the 14th. We have changed the time to 6:45 because the running time's a little long, but I think people will be happy that they stayed. So to get people out at a earlier hour, we decided to move it to 6:45 instead of 7:30. The Sunday matinee is still the same. It's at 3. So it runs the 14th, 15th, and 16th, and then Sunday the 17th, and then the following weekend, October the 21st, 22nd, and then it closes on the 23rd. They can get their tickets by going to the email Crystal Cohen, who is the board president, and she's also taking care of all this. And her email address is crystalcohen, all lowercase, @gmail.com. And if they have any questions, they can also email me, and I can forward the information to Crystal. And my theater email address is MERRIE all lowercase @gmail.com. The box office will be open 45 minutes before the show opens. So if somebody just wants to stop by the box office and get their ticket that way, there will be somebody to help them do that.
When we return, we've got your Live at 5 weather report. It's coming up after the break, so stay tuned.
McNair Auto Sales is the place to buy your pre-owned car, truck, or van. To be the best, it takes big selection. friendly staff, and great pricing. We guarantee a no-hassle buying experience, and financing is available right on site. So come see us today. We're located at 1026 East Broad Avenue in Rockingham. And remember, with over 40 years of experience, you know McNair is the name you can trust.
At Richmond County Hospice, we strive to provide high-quality care to our patients and their families. Whether it's the incredible hospitality at the Haven House or from the comfort of your own home, you can count on hospice to be there for you. We also offer monthly grief support groups, and our chaplain will be there to hold your hand in prayer. Through our amazing staff and our volunteers, hospice has made difficult times easier for our community. Call the number on your screen if you feel that you or your loved one may benefit from our services. Richmond County Hospice. Peace, comfort, dignity.
And welcome to your Wednesday Live at 5 weather report. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Richmond County has been a nice day. Can't complain about it too much. A little bit cool outside, but still seeing some warm temperatures overall. We've had a little bit of cloud coverage today as well, and we're seeing temperatures continuing to stay right around the 70s for this evening. It will drop down a little bit lower as the night goes on, but starting at 6 o'clock, 79 degrees with partly cloudy skies. 10 o'clock will be 66. All of that will be partly cloudy for the evening. Sunset will be at 6:47 p.m. with a waxing crescent moon phase out tonight as well. And looking at tomorrow, should be seeing a lot of similarities from what we've seen today, with the temperatures sticking around the mid-80s for the high, and we'll be seeing temperatures drop down into the 50s for the low. Cumberland County a high of 84, low of 61. Hope County a high of 83 and a low of 58. Robeson County a high of 85 and a low of 62. So will be Scotland County. Up in Moore County, a high of 83 and a low of 59. Here in Richmond County, we'll be seeing a high of 85 and a low of 58. Marlboro will be seeing a high of 85 and a low of 62. And across the PD in Anson County, we'll be seeing a high of 85 and a low of 61. And all of those places will be seeing partly cloudy skies tomorrow. And that will be mostly the case for the next 7 days. Let's take a look at the 7-day forecast now. Again, Thursday, a high of 85, low of 58 with partly cloudy skies. That carries over into Friday with a high of 84 and the low of 63. On Saturday, a slight chance of rain, a 4% chance has popped up on the map. High of 83, low of 51 for that day. As we get into Sunday, we'll be seeing sunny skies, a high of 67 and a low of 45. Yes, that is a 45 for the low on Sunday. It's going to be our coolest day coming up. I'm not looking forward to that day, nor am I really looking forward to Monday either, with it having a low of 47, but the high will be at 71, so I'd be okay with that. On Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 74 and a low of 50, and then Wednesday, to round out the 7-day forecast, high of 75 and a low of 56 with partly cloudy skies. So we're going to be looking to see a good variety of weather for this week, really kind of nailing down that North Carolina typical weather that we see as we're getting deeper into the fall season. That's going to do it for your Live at 5 weather report and for tonight's edition of Live at 5. For the latest news, sports, and events happening in Richmond County, you can always visit richmondobserver.com or download the free RO app for your mobile devices. For the Live at 5 crew, I'm Russell Parker. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Richmond County.